Hi class, Amanda Mays here for our 30-minute practice this week. I am missing you all in person, but excited to be able to kind of still connect and practice together in this format. So the theme of classes this week is the yamas, and I chose to focus on ahimsa, or nonviolence. This is one of the yamas that's really probably close to all of our hearts right now, because our actions, something as simple as going out in public and kind of choosing who we interact with, can not only potentially cause harm to others, but also to ourselves. So in this 30-minute practice, we'll work on just feeling really safe, kind of the opposite of harm, and consider the ways, maybe ones that we haven't thought about, or just additionally, that we can continue to commit to this yama, ahimsa, of non-harm. So let's start with ourselves. Let's heal ourselves first. We will begin from a seat. You can sit cross-legged if that's most comfortable in your body. If you do have a pillow somewhere in your house, you can grab for that now. Really like a pillow underneath my hips to just kind of elevate them over my kneecaps to take some of the tension out of my spine. When you're ready, we'll take a mudra, hand lock, as you all know. So clasp your palms together and then press your thumbs to touch and open your hand up like a bowl of soup. So it'll look like this: hands clasped, thumbs touch, and then open upward, just sort of a grounding hand lock here. In our first posture, easy pose Sukhasana. Close over your eyes when you're ready, and when it feels safe and comfortable to do so. See if you can imagine the space in which you feel most safe. Maybe that's exactly where you are right now, in your home, on your yoga mat. Just begin to notice all of the elements of what caused you to feel that way. As we journey on through the rest of our practice and our days, can you keep coming back to this imagery, this place that feels most safe to you? So in moments of fear or even uncertainty, you can feel safe in this space. We'll unite together and fill up with a big inhale breath. And an open mouth, exhale, release. Again, big breath in, fill up. And then sigh out. One more like that, biggest breath yet. Breathe in. Let go of something as you breathe out. This time, inhale, seal your lips. Exhale through your nose to turn on your Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath is the one that we'll utilize throughout our 30-minute practice today. We'll use this breath to link every posture to an inhale or an exhale. Take an Ujjayi breath in, fill up. And an Ujjayi breath back out. Your next inhale, blink open your eyes. Keep this mudra or hand lock that you've got here. Inhale, extend your palms up and overhead for a seated mountain pose, and pause here. Drive your glutes down into your pillow or your mat, and then extend your palms up, straighten your elbows by your ears. Take a big breath in. Exhale, half moon, tip over towards the right side of your space, and then pause. Pull your left glute back down towards the ground. Contract your core muscles to support your low back, and then work to open your chest, gaze up towards the sky. Inhale, come back through center, keep your mudra. Exhale, over towards the other side, the left side. Pull your right glute back down, and then rotate your chest so that your gaze is fixated up. Inhale, come back through center. This time as you exhale, release your grip. Plant your palms, meet me in tabletop pose. Place your pillow off to the side of your space and stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Exhale, child's pose, draw your big toes to touch. Open your knees out wide and sink your glutes towards your heels. Extend your palms towards the top of your space. Rest your forehead down onto the mat and come back to your breath. Notice what happens when we lose sight of our breath. Our heart rate might increase. Our inhales and exhales become slightly choppy. It is to our benefit to nourish ourselves, our bodies, and our minds with our breath. So see if you can make this commitment now for these next 25 minutes to maintain your ujjayi breathing to avoid any harm in your own body. Breathe in. Breathe out. From your child's pose, thread the needle. From here, reach your right palm underneath your left armpit. Draw your right ear to the mat as you gaze over to the left. You can stay just like this, or to deepen, wrap your left arm around your low spine in a bind. Place your hand in that crook. It's where your right femur connects to your pelvis. Continue to pull your glutes back over your heels, and then maybe open up through this left shoulder as you gaze up. Feel a twist in your low spine. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, make your way back through center. Meet at child's pose, and then we'll swap sides, thread the needle from here. Reach your left arm underneath your right armpit. Place your left ear to the mat as you gaze over to the right. You can stay like this, or if you tried the bind on the last time, do the same here. Wrap your right arm around your low spine. And then while maintaining connection between your left ear and the mat, see if you can draw your gaze up. Activate that twist in your belly, but also to open up through your right shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come back through center. This time, press up to tabletop pose. Gaze down as you spread all 10 fingertips wide. Behind you, tuck your toes on the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pike your hips high, send them up and back. Find a little dance here in our first down dog together. Do what feels good and what just feels natural in your body right now. You can shake your hips or come high on your tippy toes, bend deep into your knees. Shake your head no first, and then yes. You ready? Begin to find some stillness in this downward facing dog. Gaze at the back. Ensure you've got some space between your feet. Come really high in your tippy toes. Then bend deep into your knees until they become parallel, your shins with the ground. And then press your hips back up towards the sky. Let's try that again. Really high in your tippy toes. Bend deep into your knees until your shin bones become parallel with the mat. And then pike your hips up and back once more. Beautiful. Press into the mat with all 10 of your fingertips. And feel even weight through both of your palms. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose at the top of your space. Keep your feet hips width distance or wider. Bend into your knees so that there's some space for your belly to drop closer towards your thighs. Release your head and neck to hang. Stay here in stillness if that's calling to you, or place opposite palms and opposite crooks of your elbows. Gently rock and sway from side to side. Keep breathing. Allow your breath to be your beacon, your guide, as we flow. Inhale, release your palms to the mat. Keep your feet hips width distance if they're not already there. With bent knees, roll, rise to stand, stacking bone on bone. When you're at the top, close over your eyes. Unite your palms together at heart center for Samastitihi, standing at attention pose. Yogis, let's set a mantra for our mini practice here today. I offer you mine, which is, may the actions of myself be of no harm to others or me. With that intention in mind, take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Inhale, seal your lips, seal in your mantra. Ujjayi, exhale. Next, inhale, flutter your eyes open. Release your palms down by your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Extend your fingertips up and overhead. Gaze up or gaze out. Just pause and breathe here. We'll start from the ground, feel really rooted as you feel the contact of all four corners of each of your feet touch the floor. Bend your knees slightly to activate the muscles in your legs, your quads. And then engage your belly as you lift up and out. Breathe in. Exhale, we'll find a steeple mudra grip. You can look here, clasp your palms together, point your fingers point up, thumbs just kind of hang out. Breathe in, mountain pose with your steeple mudra grip. Straighten your elbows by your ears. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Keep your steeple mudra grip and place a slight bend in your knees. Once you're down here, keep the grip. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift your chest until it comes in line with your hips. Begin to drive the crown of your head forward to elongate through your spine. Point your pointer fingers down towards the ground. Breathe in. Exhale, we'll sit low, so make sure your feet are about hips width distance in a tiny squat or even a low flyer here. Hands are still in steeple mudra. Let's flow. Inhale, rise just like this, mountain pose, Tadasana. Extend your arms up, steeple mudra grip. Exhale, forward fold as slow as you can. Squeeze your belly on the way down. Keep your grip. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift your chest. Exhale, sit low into this tiny seat or really deep squat. Engage your quads. Inhale, rise, mountain pose, Tadasana with a steeple mudra grip. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your elbows by your ears. Last time here, breathe in, halfway lift. Keep your grip. Exhale, this time meet me in high plank pose. Unhook your hands. Top of a push-up position is where we'll meet. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down until your belly reaches the ground. When you're down here, untuck your toes, place the tops of your feet down. Keep your palms by your sides and release all of the air from your lungs. Inhale, cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Peel your chest off the mat. Draw your gaze down and hover your hands off the mat. Keep the tops of your feet down, but maybe your kneecaps lift as you squeeze your quads. Breathe in, lift your chest. Exhale, just lower your palms and your chin to the mat. Separate your feet about hips width distance. Tuck your toes and then squeeze your quads until your kneecaps lift. Squeeze your belly. Press up, inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. In your down dog, reset with one breath in and one breath out. Let's move on. Inhale your right toes high towards the sky behind you. Open up your right hip, stack it on top of the left one. Press even weight through both of your palms. Think about drawing your left rib cage underneath the right one. Breathe in, re-extend your right toes high. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot all the way through to the top of your space. Inhale, standing splits. Kick your left toes back up and behind you. Just pause and breathe here. Tent your fingertips towards the top of your mat. And then draw your gaze back and behind you. See if you can activate your outer hips, your abductors, to drive everything in towards center and square your hips towards the mat. You can play around with a balance challenge if you'd like. Begin to crawl one palm towards your right ankle, potentially the other. Wherever you are, stay there, breathe in. Exhale, Shiva squat, bend both knees. Cage your left kneecap behind your right calf muscle. Pause and lower your glutes slightly. Inhale, re-extend, standing splits, kick. Exhale, Shiva squat, bend both knees and cage. Last one, inhale, kick, extend, standing splits. This time as you exhale, think Shiva squats, but step your left foot directly next to the right one for a twisted forward fold or a crisscross forward fold. You'll see the outer edges of both of my feet are touching. When you're ready, inhale, rise all the way to stand. We'll meet at one-legged mountain pose, Tadasana, at the top. Lift your right knee in line with your right hip and flex your right toes. Squeeze your hips together again to lift up and out of both hips evenly. Breathe in. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. As gently as you can, step your right toes on the mat behind you. You might need to recenter yourself on the mat here. Sort of a unique part of our in-home yoga practice. No one can really see us. But crescent lunge with airplane arms. Keep your back heel lifted off the mat. Maintain a deep lunge in your front knee. Engage your belly to ensure it stays elevated off of your thigh. And then feel your shoulder blades touch together as you activate all of these muscles in the back, your delts and your traps. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. Pivot your back foot flat and find a lunge in your front knee. You are the guide of your own body here, so play around in this pose. There's no rush as you come into it. Today, consider pivoting your back foot in so that your toes point slightly in. And then drive your left toes directly towards the sound of my voice. See if you feel some more space, expansiveness through your hips as you allow your knees to just follow your ankles where they're at. Reach out through your palms, ensure your arms are active. Breathe in. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward and tick-tock. Today, see if you can commit to challenging yourself to ensure that your forearm just hovers over your thigh. Your top arm can reach up or by your ear. Pull your right shoulder and your right hip back so that your torso faces the sky. Look up if you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Extend your left palm towards the sky. Although both legs are straight, they're active, which just means contract your muscles, your quads here, squeeze, and then relax your left shoulder away from your ear. Breathe in, look up. Exhale, high plank pose, top of a push-up position and hold. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's try it on the left. Inhale your left toes high towards the sky. Open up your left hip. Roll out your knee and ankle. Think about driving your right rib cage under the left. Breathe in, re-extend your left toes high. Exhale, low lunge, step it all the way through. Inhale, standing splits, kick your right toes back up and behind you. Pause and breathe. Tight your fingertips on the mat and then gaze back. Squeeze your abductors together to even out or level your hips over the mat. Point or flex that back toe to keep your leg active. You can play around with a balance challenge here if you did on the last side. Wherever you are, stay there and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, Shiva squat, bend both knees. Cage your right kneecap behind your left calf muscle. Pause, lower your butt slightly. Breathe in, re-extend standing splits. Exhale, Shiva squat, get nice and low. Last one, inhale, kick up, standing splits. Exhale, this time Shiva squat, and then step your right foot directly next to the left one for a crisscross forward fold. The outer edges of your feet are located next to one another. Inhale, rise at the top, one-legged mountain pose. Lift your left toes off the ground and extend your left kneecap in line with your left hip. Breathe in. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms as delicately as you can. Step your left toes towards the back of the mat. Maybe recenter here. Can shorten or widen your stance as much as you need to feel stable. Puff up through your chest and then press an imaginary beach ball in between your hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. Open it up and then play around here. Become familiar or comfortable with feeling safe in your own body, with trusting you as the guide. As you slow down, turn on your breath, and then turn your attention inward to see in what position your body feels best in warrior two. Take a breath in. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward and tick-tock. Commit to that challenge here like you did on the last side. Ensure that your arm is sort of hovering over your thigh. And then pull your left hip and left shoulder back so that you can open up your chest towards the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Extend your right palm towards the sky. Ensure both legs are active here. Sashay your hips forward slightly, and then square your chest off towards the left side. Look up. Breathe in. Exhale, high plank pose, top of a push-up position, and hold. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. In your down dog, take one breath in and one breath out. We'll float each side, one breath, one posture to one movement. Let's hit it. Inhale your right toes high towards the sky. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Just listen to the sound of my voice. Inhale, standing splits, kick your left toes back and up. Exhale, Shiva squat, bend both knees, and then step your left foot alongside the right, twisted forward fold. Inhale, rise at the top, one-legged mountain pose, right toes lift off of the ground. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms, gently fly yourself back. Inhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2, open up. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward. Breathe in, reverse triangle, left arm lifts. Exhale, high plank pose and pause. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last side, inhale your left toes high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits, right leg lifts. Exhale, Shiva squats, and then step your right foot alongside the left, crisscross forward fold. Inhale, rise, one-legged mountain at the top, left toes lift. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms, send it back. Inhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, extended side angle, reach. Breathe in, reverse triangle, right knee straightens. Exhale, high plank pose. Listen for the change here as you pause. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down until your belly reaches the ground. Once you're down here, clasp your palms behind your head. Draw your elbows out wide. And what's behind you, your legs, they can sort of separate. Just ensure that the tops of your feet are on the ground. Release all of the air from your lungs. Inhale, lift your chest for a back extension. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Just keep moving like this. Utilize open mouth exhales. Right away, notice that we're looking for a different sensation here than we did in our cobra pose earlier. In our cobra pose, we activated our low spine to lift. Here in our back extension, squeeze your belly, contract the muscles of your rectus abdominis to lift your chest. It may only be a slight lift, and then lower back down. Our only core exercise of today, and it's almost already over. Squeeze your belly as you lift, and then lower back down. Keep your gaze down and breathe. We've got 4 more. Just 3. Squeeze and lift. Last 2. And last 1. Release. We'll meet in Sphinx pose. Place your forearms on the mat out in front of you. Ensure that your elbows are underneath your shoulders. And then everything at the back, from the hips down, your glutes, your quads, your calf muscles, shake it out, release. As you do, notice your belly splay forward on the mat. Feel a slight back bend in your low spine, but also a nice core stretch. You can keep your head at neutral or tuck your chin into your chest. Even side your head and neck back. Breathe. Your next inhale, retract your palms back by your sides. Press yourself up to a tabletop pose, and then we'll find a seat with our glutes on the mat. Once you're there, supine figure 4 from a seat. Plant the soles of both of your feet down. You should feel like you're about to head into boat pose Navasana, but I promise you only 1 core exercise, so not right now. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. You might need to even create some more space by straightening out this leg. And then you'll plant your palms on the mat behind you. If you don't feel a stretch through your right hip flexor, bend your left knee more, but see if you can keep your chest lifted here. And then breathe into it. Ahimsa is a powerful word in our world right now. And so can you begin to consider the ways that you can avoid ahimsa or harm in our current state? Beyond hand sanitizing and hoarding toilet paper. What are some of the ways that you can ensure your actions are not harming to others? Let's swap it out. This supine figure 4 from a seat. Put the sole of your right foot down, cross your left ankle over your knee. And then draw your palms back and behind you, fingernails point towards your bed. Keep your chest lifted. Something now as simple as heading to Target when we run out of something that might not be essential could maybe be harming to someone that's around us. When we think of harm, I love to think of the opposite, the things that we can mitigate some of harm with. Things as easy as FaceTiming a family member who might be elderly and has been at home for weeks at this point. Or even making sure we're taking care of ourselves with things like this, 30 minutes of yoga, so that we can take care of those that are in our house with us too. Next inhale, release your legs. Extend both legs out long in front of you. If you've got that pillow still, you can prop it on top of your knees, but it's not necessary. Breathe in, extend your palms up and overhead. Exhale for a seated forward fold. We'll take more of a yin version here for a little bit less than a minute. You can round your spine forward as you rest your belly on this pillow. Maybe even allow your ankles to open up, your toes point out to the side. If you would prefer more of a yang style in this seated forward fold, please keep your legs and your spine straight as you actively reach towards your feet. The choice is yours. Give yourself the opportunity to explore and to see what you really need. Next inhale, roll yourself back up to a seat. As you exhale for the final time of class, slowly lower your whole spine down to the ground. Once you're down here, gather your knees into your chest and squeeze. Release your left leg long down on the mat in front of you. Hug your right knee up and around your right hip. Breathe in. Exhale, supine twist. Guide your right knee across your body and stack your hips. Spread your arms out wide to the sides. Close-eyed gaze over to the right. As we think more about this concept of ahimsa or non-harming, what are some of the ways that even if you're stuck at home, you can ensure that your habits in this new space haven't become harmful to you? It's really easy when we're home all the time in the same space to maybe lose sight of our sleeping schedule, our healthy eating habits, or even our fitness. Just consider small ways that even from home, you can commit to taking care of yourself. Inhale, come back through center. Give yourself a neutralizing squeeze. This time as you exhale, extend your left leg out long in front of you. Hug your right knee up and around your right hip, or whatever side you didn't do first because I have potentially forgotten. Breathe in. Exhale, drive that opposite knee across your body and stack your hips. Arms go wide. Close-eyed gaze to the opposite side. Breathe. Inhale, come back through center and roll into a tiny ball. Wrap your forearms around your shins, maybe even reach your palms for your feet. Give yourself a big squeeze. Breathe in. Exhale, release to your sweet, sweet Shavasana. Take up as much space as you need here, the beauty of your in-home practice. Find a variation of Shavasana that feels best in your body today. And then relax into it. my fellow teachers, as you prepare to step off of this space and into the rest of your days, can you consider how the definition of ahimsa, non-harming, has shifted? Can you think of not only the ways that you might need to change your day-to-day to ensure that your actions are not of harm to others or yourself, but also the inverse, maybe new ways to feed yourself and give you what you need so that you can take care of you, but also those around you. Can you see it as an opportunity to shift, to notice maybe habits that were harming before, and ways that you can find something new, something different that maybe you've never tried before? You're welcome to stay here for however long you need. If you're ready to rejoin your day, start slow. Just wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch and reach your arms up and overhead. Breathe in. Breathe out. Find your right or left side for supported fetal pose. Rest your other palm to the earth. Feel the connection you have between you and the ground. When you're ready, press yourself up to a seat with legs crossed, eyes closed, hands at heart center, and sit tall. Try your thumbs between your eyebrows. Take a collective breath in and a unifying breath out. I honor and I'm so grateful for the light and the love that lives in each of you, because it also lives in me. Given these things, we are united. We are the same. We are one. Bow forward together, saying namaste. Thank you so much for showing up to share your practice with me. I can't wait to practice with all of you soon. Have a great day. Namaste.